The next examples from 2.6 day 1 are going back to something we talked about last unit that is really important in really all of the sections that we do, all the chapters that we're going to be looking at this year, and that is transformations. So we're going to identify some transformations of rational functions in a particular form that you'll see right here. Now we're going to use the function 1 over x as our parent function in this case. There could be other parent functions, but this is just the one that we'll take a look at for the time being. We want to know from each of these examples how they are obtained from this parent functions. What transformations do we do to get that? Now I would recommend that when you look at these, you think about putting parentheses around the x part. That's going to be the horizontal stuff on the inside of parentheses. So whenever you're doing these, you can just start by including some parentheses on those, and that might be helpful as far as this one, these transformations go. It's the same thing that we've done before, just a different type of function. X minus 5, whatever makes the inside equal to 0, that's going to be the left and right shift. So in this case, we're talking about a shift of right by 5. For this next one, you'll notice that the 1 is on the outside here. We don't have to keep it there. We could take that 1 and put it plus 1 over here. Maybe that'll make a little bit more sense for us. But this one has x plus 2, so what makes that 0 is negative 2. So we have gone left by 2, and then this plus 1 at the end means that we're going up 1. Okay, continuing on here. This one, though, gets a little bit more complicated. The number 3, kind of like this last one, where it might be a good idea just to move the 4 out in front. It's a positive 4, so we'll do plus 4 over here instead. And you do have some of the same things going on. For instance, right 7 is going to be one of our transformations. Now that's the horizontal stuff. That's what's inside. Now we move to the outside, and you'll notice that this is negative 3 over x minus 7. If you want to put the negative up here, that's fine. You can do that. As far as how it relates to this 1 over x, a way that we could rewrite this to make a little bit more sense is to say, let's pull that negative 3 out in front, and that's multiplied by 1 over x minus 7. That makes it a little more clear to see all the different pieces. That means that if we're multiplying by negative 3, it does a couple of things. In either order, you can say that it is a reflection over the x-axis, and then also that it has a vertical stretch by a factor of 3. Finally, once you get those things taken care of, you can do the plus 4. That means that it is going up by 4. So that takes care of our first 3 examples. Now, this last one, I don't really have much space left for it because actually that'll be our next video, next example. This one here, you'll notice, is written in a much different form than all of these. This one's going to be unique. You'd probably be tempted to say that it's going to the right by 1 because we have x minus 1 there. But what about the top? We've got 3x minus 2. It just doesn't quite fit into something that easily comes from our parent function. So that'll be our next example. We'll describe how to change this in order to identify the transformations, getting it into the form like we're used to seeing up here.